everybody. Welcome to Sarah Kennedy and Friends. I am so excited for tonight's show. We have Robert Buckty Gibson. We've got Steph Smitty Darnell. We have a segment from our dear friend Gabe Pacheco and so much more for you. And I don't want to put that off any longer. Let's go to the intro.
Sarah Kennedy. Friends. Sarah and Friends. Roger is the way you say it.
What? Yeah, listen. Each show comes on, each show goes by, and I am still amazed by that intro every single time. So thank you to Doug from the Vox for making me that intro. Thank you to the Vox for letting me do this show. The show has a Sarah Kennedy element in that I am your host for this evening, but it's really a focus on the friends. And the friends mean both the guests I'm able to bring on here, and it also means all y'all watching. So we are broadcasting right now on, I think, my personal Facebook page, the Vox's Facebook page, the Box's Twitch, the Box's YouTube, and then also the Twitch channel for the SpecScript podcast, which shows every Saturday at 2 p.m. Mountain and 1 p.m. Pacific time. But man, listen, I do so much stuff online that you would think I'd get better at all of these time zones, but I am miserable at them. And I am so excited to get to do real things in real life and just know where I'm at that exact time and know what that time is exactly where I'm at. I'm excited for it. I'm so excited to hang out with all y'all today. Scotty Max, big shout out to you. Happy to have you. Thanks for being here. We've got so much to talk about, and if you've been at all plugged into the internet this week, you may know about this story that's going on with the Cinnamon Toast Crunch and the shrimp tail thing or whatever, and then all of a sudden Topanga from Boy Meets World is kind of involved with it, and I will be honest with you, I am very tired of talking about it. I have seen it over the internet nonstop, and it's just awful and bad, and it gets worse and worse every day. The guy who's married to Topanga, who's the guy who's complaining about these shrimp tails, has bigger fish to fry, and he's a creep. So I'd rather not talk about that today and instead talk about the big boat that got stuck. I don't know if you guys know about this, but there's a big boat and it got stuck in the Suez Canal. This is the boat right here. It's an evergreen boat called the Ever Given. It's so big. It's so big. Each of those little squares, and actually I'll zoom in. I don't mind. I'll zoom in. I'm not a diva. I'll make the boat star. Look, each of those little squares is a storage container. So like that's imagine like that series finale of Dexter when Dexter's like hiding, but it's all on one boat. It's the biggest boat. It's so big. Like, look, it is bigger than the Titanic and the Eiffel Tower. And if you've got a good imagination or you've seen, something, it's bigger than Stark Tower. And it's bigger than the Dark Tower. It's a big boat. It's a big boat, and it's stuck. Okay, so while they're trying to it's right. If you don't know where the Suez Canal is, it's right here in Egypt. It's between the Red Sea and the Mediterranean Sea, and a lot of boats use it to get without having to go all the way underneath Africa to get wherever they need to go, and it's causing a huge traffic jam. And they're just stuck kind of trying to get out. It's each of those little blocks, a storage container. It's huge. And it's causing this much of a traffic jam. This is how many boats would like to get past the Ever Given and cannot. And so to help it, they've sent this teeny tiny little tractor that's supposed to help like dig it out little by little. But you guys know how big this boat, even compared to the tractor, this boat is so big. Like, how long is this going to take? It just doesn't seem, and I'm not trying to criticize the tractor. The tractor is doing a good job. Trophy for the tractor, no problem. I just think we could send in some reinforcements. Bigger tractors, maybe. What built this boat? Can we just get whatever built this boat out there to dig out some sand? That seems like a good idea. Ideally, we could also get this puppy I found on the internet, and people were like, this puppy would be pretty good at being able to dig the canal out. Look, watch this. tell me that this dog could not help this boat. Yes, go, 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 puppy, go. Come on, puppy, yes. Better than any tractor. Better than any tractor. So, oh yeah, started again. There we go. I know that this isn't really related, but you know, this week was National Puppy Day, and if we got one puppy, we kind of got to show all the puppies. So I did also find this, and I find that like puppies really are the best helpers in almost all situations. So here is another super helper puppy. Go puppy! Puppies can be big helps. I don't know if a puppy is the best spotter, but I do think a puppy is better than that tractor at digging out a boat. Okay, so that's your update about the big giant stuck boat. If you have any other questions, your best bet is to join twitter.com and just stay glued to your own phone for any updates that happen. Okay. How are you guys doing tonight? So you're all watching from a whole bunch of different places, and we really encourage lots of comments here. So if you're out there, go ahead and throw out a comment. During the comedians, you can feel free to interact with them, and we'll make sure to highlight all comments that come through within reason, obviously. And you know, you guys are friends just as much as the guests are friends, and that's what makes this show such a fun show. But it's time to move on to one of your favorite parts of the show and mine, guest. I love guest. Guest is the time when I get to bring somebody who is a friend onto the show, and they get to do what they do best, tell a few jokes, and then hang out with me. And this person kicking off the show, he's incredible. From the moment I moved back to town, my mind was blown getting to see him. And every time I get a chance to perform with him, I am just so friggin' thrilled. He is the host of not only the Buck D and Six show, but also the Buck D and Sean Bean show. So you could probably narrow down who it is. He is fantastic. He's wonderful. You are gonna love him. Please welcome to the stage, Robert Buck D Gibson. Hey, Buck D. I don't mean to step in here, but you are muted. Okay, okay.
Oh, oh man. I'm on. Even though she gave us props of how this will go, I still messed it up. But anyway, before I go any further, Sarah, I want to know what's the budget for the show, because you had Kenny Loggins singing in auto-tune for your, that's what I want to know. Secondly, I want to say this. I don't know how many people are watching from New Mexico or Albuquerque, but I'm gonna give you a little history lesson right here. So Albuquerque is roughly 3.3% Black. So between myself and Smitty, Sarah has single-handedly managed to get about 3.1% of the Black people in this whole city together on one show. So I want to give Sarah her for that. That's tremendous. Okay, so before I go any further, I do want to say this. I am a 42-year-old Black man. Yes, I know a lot of y'all can looking at me and says, where is he 42? I'm just happy to be alive. I do want to say this. Yes, Black does not crack, but that for me that's only up top. Down in the nether regions, I'm just gonna say this. My balls look like powdered donuts. And I know that when LeBron James just throws the dust up, and it looks like I catched it all in my lap. I don't know up top then down low, because you know, always get this funny look from women. They're like, okay, yeah. Like I had a chick, my last chick, she wanted to actually admit my crotch to a convalescence home. But that's neither here nor there. But like I said, I am happy to just be alive, because as a Black man, we are living in a society where we can get killed by anything that starts with a C. Think about it. We get killed by COVID, we get killed by cholesterol, we get killed by child support, we get killed by cancer, and we get killed by the cops. So, hey, anything with a C that can dye these balls back to the color that it should be. I'm not going to take up too much of your time. There you go, Sarah. Back to you.
What? That was incredible. Great job, Becky. That was awesome. Hey, it's so you do your set. People get to see it. People appreciate it. People love it. People find out a lot about your anatomy, which I think is a good thing to introduce to a group of the internet.
Cool.
So okay, I do like a real talk show where I make like little cards that have questions on them. So are you up for a couple questions? I hope so. Then we got a little bit of a delay. Look, Scotty Max, big fan. It's cool. Okay, so here's my I asked this question of pretty much everybody who performs.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So, okay.
I'm with it. I'm always with the questions.
Man.
I'm always with the questions.
Maybe I'm the one that has the delay. It is okay. We're gonna make this work, because I think you are coming in. Yeah, you're hearing me. I'm hearing you. If there's a little bit of a delay, no biggie.
Yes.
All right. Okay. First question. Since COVID started, have you gotten to do very many online or outdoor shows?
I was like, we did this pre-show. Everything was great. Yeah.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah. Okay. This delay is actually funnier than I think most interviews I get to do on this show. So thank you very much, and you're nailing it.
Actually, since COVID, I've done 2 shows in Phoenix. I've done where else? I'm drawing a blank right now. Somebody's gonna be mad at me. I want to say, Las Cruces. I'm sorry, DJ Tommy Black. Sorry about that. Down in at the Amador, and I did one more in El Paso. I actually got accepted to Flappers. Their virtual comedy show. Well, they're not comedy show, but showcase. Well, the comedy festival. Did you mess up?
I mean, this whole thing is real silly. Okay, all right. I think you're doing great. And honestly, Flappers is a cool venue, and I can't wait for you to be able to get back there. Yeah. Okay. Okay. What have you missed the most about live comedy?
Everything work before, then we get Showtime, and it's like I'm on the 2G network. I'm like on the dial-up or something.
And what's crazy is you're vaccinated, so you should have 5G stronger than almost anybody.
I'm trying not to look at you, Sarah, because it's looking at you is super slow. So I'm just gonna listen to you, because I think the audio's coming in just fine.
Yeah. Well, honestly, I could see you interact live, and that's why I'm trying to respond off of it. Like, oh yes, very good, like Frost Nixon style, where I'm like, I'm a serious journalist and I'm asking serious questions, and then we'll kind of nod at each other, and then a good couple minutes will go by, and your full audio, like somebody was clenching a hose, and then they let it go, and then your audio comes down through, and it is making me laugh real hard. Okay, so I'm gonna let you go for now, so I can keep up with the show. But we have a game later that I want to play with you and Smitty. So hopefully I can bring in whichever camera or whichever one you want to use
Hold on,
for
let me
the
do
next little
this.
chunk. Yeah. Does that sound good? Say nothing if yes. Great. Okay, so Smitty,
Can you
Bugby,
hear me?
well, can we hear you and when we hear you are very different questions, and no, this is some of the funniest. If these were bits, they would be some of my favorite bits in like the entire of COVID time. Like, you are so funny, and this has been so funny to me. So thank you so much for doing your set and for being here. And we're gonna bring you back a little bit later to play the game. So give me, we'll bring you back. Don't worry, no fret. All right, everybody. That's Buck D. You guys have seen and loved Buck D's stuff before because we've played his hits of COVID twice now on the show, and we'll get a chance for you to send him some Venmo, Cash App, PayPal money a little bit later. But for now, let's just keep going with the show. We got, if people's favorite part isn't guest, a lot of times people's favorite part is segment. There's really only 2 parts to each show. So guest or segment, and it's a 50-50 shot either way. You guys know, if you watch the show regularly, that I have very strong Muppet opinions, and I love to bring them to the show. You know that I don't really think that Animal is a very good drummer, among many other issues, like with that time that girl heckled Kermit the entire time they were trying to do the alphabet. That really, really cheeses me off, But I don't just share those with you. I share those far and wide. And there's other people who also have strong Muppet opinions themselves, including Muppet History, a very famous Twitter account. And if you guys follow Muppet History, then you may have seen this today. It's a strong Muppet opinion that I also agree with. Please don't give Muppets teeth. Muppets should not have teeth. And I know, like, the Elmo one is to show like how to brush your teeth, and I can understand that from like a teaching situation, but Kermit should not have teeth. I will die on this Muppet hill. I have strong Muppet opinions, and in addition to getting to do strong Muppet opinions on this show, I also was a guest on former guest Gabe Pacheco's show, Funhouse Comedy, a couple weeks ago, and I also shared my strong Muppet opinions with them. The fun thing about Funhouse Comedy, and it shows every Wednesday in Zoom, and you can always get a ticket to it if you'd like to see that, and you should, because it's really a great time, and they always have incredible comics on the show. Present company excluded. Gabe is also an accomplished drawer, and he draws during your, like, if you're a comedian, he draws during your set, and then afterwards he presents what he draws to the group. And so I was lucky enough that after I shared my strong Muppet opinions, he shared, Gabe, this is him, this is his Venmo, I'll show it again later too. He also showed his drawing of me, and him and his co-host had, some back and forth about my strong Muppet opinions. So here to share with y'all is Gabe Pacheco's drawing skills, and you're gonna love it so much you're gonna send him $1,000 bazillion on Venmo. Here it is. Gabe draws moi.
That was amazing, Sarah.
Thanks. The Muppets, man. They're February 19th. Now you guys got to make your own strong Muppet opinions.
They ought to pay you for shouting them out just now.
They're going to sue me. They're going to be like, Animal is not a bad drummer. He's a great drummer.
Apparently, he was supposed to be modeled after Keith Moon, Animal. Mm-hmm. And also, I love the girl that was trolling Kermit the Frog and just dropping Cookie Monster's name. Oh yeah. Man, I forgot all about that, but that was amazing. It was I
can't stand her. I watched that video multiple times, and every time I'm like, that girl, she's messing up her one opportunity. Do you know how much I would pay to hang out with the Muppets and have?
They after they shot that, they're told her mom she's not getting paid for the day, by the way.
They're cruel. They were cruel
But
back
that
in the
was
70s.
one of those things. Like when you're a kid and you see that, you're like, "Yo, what's up with that kid?"
Well, Sarah, I had an opportunity now to draw a little sketch of my feelings about your set. Would you like to see it?
Please.
Okay, great. Well, Sarah, I got you in the middle, but really, you gave me a super big challenge during your set because you have incredibly strong opinions about Muppets.
I do.
And I've never drawn any Muppets before. So I had a really fun time drawing Disappointed Kermit. And this is,
Tim doing like the face.
I'm going to see this in my mind's eye every time I bomb. Sad. And here is Disappointed Kermit breaking a little girl's heart. Just definitely wants his approval, but she's not getting it. So just dehydrated crying. and then I drew Gonzo as an aristocrat.
Beautiful.
And here's Animal being a bad drummer, which I totally agree with.
Chef kiss. It's so good. Thank you.
Anyway, everybody, one more time for Sarah Kennedy.
Yeah, Sarah.
Yeah. So everybody, please support Gabe Pacheco. Watch Funhouse Comedy every Wednesday. That information, I'll make sure to share it far and wide. And you can also just, for as much as you could look up Gabriel Pacheco on Venmo and send him money, and you should, you can also just look at Gabriel Pacheco on the internet or Gabe Pacheco on the internet, and then you'd be able to find more information about Funhouse Comedy every Wednesday night. Always a fun time. Definitely check it out. Okay, so that was segment, which means it's time to move back into guest. Our second guest is somebody that I've been doing comedy with for a majority of the time in my career. He is so funny. We have done so many weird, but so many good, and so many in-between shows together, and I'm so happy that he is here on the show here tonight. He is going to be the new co-host of the New Mexico Entertainment Magazine TV show, and we're going to talk much more about that afterwards, but please put your hands together for one, Mr. Steph Darnell.
What is going on, Sarah and friend? Buck D out there, you know what I'm saying? Buck D on that AOL internet and shit. Boy, I had that goddamn net zero out there, man. Come on, man. You gotta get with the times, baby. It's all good. But nah, man, like, it's been wild, like, doing online shows. I'm not used to doing these. I'm so used to being in front of a crowd and stuff. And, like, coronavirus has really changed the comedy game and stuff like that. But, like, I'm just mad that, like, at the beginning, we didn't take it more seriously. Like, white people definitely did take it seriously. I was traveling back from Texas, and just there was nobody in the airport with masks on. They didn't give a shit. And it was like, I understood it because it was like, I had just came from a party in Dallas with like 200 white people, and they played all with the same beer pong balls all night. You know what I'm saying? The shit was falling on the ground, bouncing. They would dip it in that little nasty ass water on the side, like that would keep it clean. And then, you know what I'm saying? Y'all supposed to be scared of the coronavirus? Nah, like, you know what I'm saying? The cure for that shit is past blue ribbon. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm saying. But I don't know. It's weird because, like, even like TV shows have changed. Like the WWE, like wrestling, you know, they're doing wrestling with no fans in the crowd. Like, how does that work? You know what I mean? Like, you can't smell what The Rock is cooking if there's nobody there to smell it. You know, like, I don't understand. Like, that shit is weird to me, yo. But I've been watching a lot of TV and shit. I realized, like, some of my favorite shows, I start scrutinizing them a little more, stuff like that, now that I had the time. You know, like, The Walking Dead never had realistic portrayals of black people on there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't relate with them at all, because, like, not once did any of the black people on there say how bad it stunk on the show. Like, you got all these dead bodies shuffling around and shit, and y'all ain't nobody gonna talk about that shit. And there ain't no more goddamn deodorant left, so it's like, ain't not once did Michonne tell Rick how musty he was.
You know what I mean? Like that's not. I don't believe like their portrayal of black people at all, man. I'm just saying. But that is stupid. But nah, man. I hate that I'm so bad at math and I enjoy weed the way I do. Like, you know what I'm saying? Do you know how hard it is to get drugs when you don't know fractions? You know what I'm saying? Like this shit is it's just dumb, man. It's like, hey dog, I got $100. What can I get with that? Dude's just like, man, I can get you a half. Oh, bet. Yeah, that's a half of what exactly? Nigga, are you a cop? Like, what the fuck? Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. It's hard to get drugs off that shit, bro. Like, I don't understand. But white people, let's talk real quick. Just real quick. You know what I'm saying? I just got a few questions I'd like to ask y'all. I noticed things. I've been doing a lot more research, staying up on my, fluency in white people. You know what I'm saying? And I just have a few more questions for y'all that I need to know, like, why y'all do these things and what's going on in y'all head, man. Like, why y'all be letting animals lick on y'all in the face and shit, man? Like, what was up with that video earlier? Like, it was cute. I'm not gonna front. But it's like, if that was me, that barbell would have fucking crushed my whole neck, yo, because I would have been so trying to get that dog off my face. Like, I don't understand. Like, everybody's a germaphobe right now, but y'all let dogs lick y'all in the face still. Like, that's crazy, son. You know what I'm saying? Like, why do y'all listen to whale noises to calm yourself? Like, we don't even understand what the fuck whales be saying. Like, how y'all know they ain't talking shit? And that's why y'all wake up angry as fuck. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, bro, like, calm down with that shit. Just, it's like getting a tattoo in Japanese. You don't know how to read that shit. Like, come on, bro. Anyway, man, let me get the fuck out of here, man. Sarah, man, what's up? Oh my gosh.
Oh, great job, Slee. That was incredible. Great
What's
work.
good, man?
Okay, so part of the reason why I was delayed in getting back in here was because I was writing down what you were saying.
Yeah, my bad. Nah, you good.
No, it's okay. I as the only white person on the show, I would really like to address these things that you mentioned.
Go for it. I got some more now. We can talk about some other things I have questions about.
So let me get through these three, and then let me ask you my questions. And then if we've got more, I'm happy. I mean, heck, as a token, I don't mind answering questions. Okay, animal licks. Animal licks from a puppy is that's an experience you pay for. That's incredible stuff. That's love. That's really true love coming through.
Why though? Like, I understand like it's true love and shit, but that's so like you're saying that you would pay to get animal licks. That's what you said.
If it was little itty bitty baby puppies, yes, I would definitely.
Oh, you wait. I got, man, my cousin's goddamn Junebug will motherfucking have a litter of puppies here soon, man. I would take you right over there for $100 and just let you land them. Like, you ain't got to do all that.
You can make that an Airbnb experience and make like $200 a day. I'm not joking. Okay, and also when you mentioned that, we've lost one viewer. Okay, but then
you said we've lost one viewer.
Yeah, we lost one viewer. People were like, "I love animal licks." And out of here.
They was like, "This dude is racist." I'm sorry, y'all. I'm really not. I love y'all, man.
Because as soon as you mentioned the whale noises, somebody else was like, "What's that now?" And then we gained a viewer during whale noises. So because that one is a little strange. I mean, I'll listen to like rain or white noise, but like.
Yeah. Like, I don't understand. Yeah, like I don't understand how that is calming. Like it's like I just don't, I don't know their language like that. Like they supposed to be like dolphins and whales are smart as shit. Like they, close to us in thought patterns and stuff like that. Things they do. So it's like they talking shit, man. Like I was like, they gotta be like, man, fuck them punk ass. Land dwellers, man, like fuck them, bro. Like I swear, next time I see one, I'm gonna sink his boat. I promise you. Like,
and there's like one like white 30-something girl who's like, I just can't sleep unless I hear whales talking shit.
Right. I'm just saying, like, also, on any boat that's ever been flipped by a whale, it's always been white people on the boat.
Mhm. And then, okay, so then you also mentioned tattoos in Japanese, and we lost another viewer on that one. But it's all right. Tattoos are forever. They're a choice you
Jesus,
made.
my
once.
bad, yo. I feel so bad right now. I hope they
No, you're good.
tell you about me. They banned me or something.
You're okay. You're doing great. It's a thing we need to reflect. Reflect on. Okay. You also mentioned beer pong, and you mentioned the sharing of the ping pong balls.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know the first time that I ever saw people playing with water and drinking with their own beer? I was I was so mad. Have you ever played that way where it's like all the cups have water in them and then everybody just has their own beers?
Oh yeah, I've seen that shit. That shit is put.
But that's right. That's the right way to do it. It was the first time I showed up and I was like,
literally
"Oh,
is. It
you mean
literally is though.
we're not drinking cat hair?" I, I just really thought that we were all set up. I mean, I had a Band-Aid in the last one I drank. So it's good. I think it's, the more innovations that can happen in that space, the better. Okay. These are real questions for you. Okay.
All right, cool. My bad, y'all. Like, I apologize, y'all. If y'all trust me. Like,
you're scoring. Yeah, you're even kill. You're fine. Everybody's still hanging out here. We got plenty of viewers. Okay, so you moved back to New Mexico from Atlanta in the middle of COVID.
Yep.
What is a New Mexico venue that you're like really chomping at the bit to get back to and perform in?
Man, wow, that's a great question. Because most of the places that I really liked is gone now. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like there were even some open mics that I really wanted to, you know what I'm saying, come back out here and just get into. Like I missed the Nexus open mic. You know what I'm saying? Like with John Cuellar and them. Shit. I miss going to the box. Like, be real, you know what I'm saying? Not ashamed was plugging them, but the box was just always a great room. You know what I'm saying? Always a great room. You know, that room has ended relationships. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's like still, it's always real good shows.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's it.
Those are good ones. And I think a lot of those, as we return to, I've been trying really hard not to say like returning to normal, but just being like as things open up is what I keep trying to say, because things will change, but some of those places might come back as an opportunity. Okay, so then my next one is so knowing that you moved here from Atlanta, where you had been like doing so well, who would you love from Atlanta to come out here and perform? Like, who do you think would just like murder here, have a great time here? Like,
my boy Dedrick Flynn, man. I mean, there's a couple people I can name, definitely. But I think who would most enjoy it and be able to take advantage of how it is out here is probably Dedrick, man. That dude is a chameleon, man. Like he could fit in anywhere, yo. Like just blend in and kill, but still like blend in, but still stand out. Like he just you just gravitate towards him. You know what I'm saying? And he's such a dynamic force just on stage, man. He like that junk is crazy, man. And so him definitely. So like whenever I can get him out here, I'm gonna definitely try to get him out here. But and there's a couple more people. I got my boy Pierre, Landon. It's too many people to name, yo. Like for real. So
that's awesome.
It's Atlanta full of killers.
Yeah, I mean, Atlanta has such an incredible comedy scene, and it would be so cool to be able to bring people out to New Mexico and like do both, where it's like we get to show how amazingly talented Atlanta is to New Mexico people, and then show how beautiful New Mexico is back to them.
Right.
Great. Okay, so now, the thing about both you and Robert, I could literally hang out with you guys for hours, and we did when we were last week, even when we were on Bucky's show. So I do have one quick segment. I'm going to put you back in the down below, which is what I call when I just remove you from the thing. Let me just set up this next segment and then bring both you and Bucky right back, okay? All right. Thanks, Smitty. One sec. Man, he was in the middle of saying I, and then like I didn't even let him finish the word, and I'm so sorry. That's just part of doing this show. We have a good 9-ish minutes left before the show needs to end, which is great because I've got a great segment for all of us to play together. You guys know that I love to introduce games into the show and to bring back our guests to play those games with us or to do these segments together. And tonight is no different. I don't know if you guys know this, but both Bhakti and Smitty have served in the military. And so I thought this would be a really great opportunity to do a military-based game. I ran this by Smitty, but I did not run this by Bhakti, so I hope it's cool. It's really, really simple stuff. There are so many movies and TV shows and cartoons that have been made that showcase or represent military servicemen and women. And some of them are really good and some of them are not good at all. And I would really love to go to the source and find out like what the going opinion is of these representations are. So the next game that we're going to play together is that's a segment I like to call Enlist or Dismissed. So I'm going to run these by both Bhakti and Smitty, and they're going to let us know their opinions about these portrayals of the military in the media, and they're going to let us know if they are good or bad. Also, I had gone back and forth on whether or not to just call it Enlist or Dismiss, and then I really, really late in the game decided to add the which is why it's a different font than the others. So please forgive. Okay, let's bring them back in here. Hey, you guys.
hey, Smitty.
What's up?
I had to make that call, man. They had me on the 2G network, bro.
Oh, man. Oh, God. Hey, you know we gonna complain right off the bat like, hey.
I pay $65 a month.
Oh, God.
Hey,
oh,
I called the old cricket number. They ain't been open in 2 years, bro.
All right, my bad, Sarah. What's up, man? What's up, Sarah?
Go ahead.
Well, Bucky, I'm glad to have you back, and thank you. I'm so sorry about earlier.
That's all
I'm
right.
so happy to have you back for this.
Yeah.
I'm going to show you guys just like, a famous portrayal of the military, and then you guys can just kind of go off on it and tell me whether you think it's something that is good, which means enlist, or bad, which means dismissed.
All right.
So here's the first one. Top Gun.
Man, dismiss, dude.
Yeah.
Look, bro was riding his motorcycle on the runway. Like, this motherfucker was doing shit. He was riding without a helmet. Like, they were fucking, man.
Smitty.
He was inverted.
See, the thing is, we're the wrong. We have too much melanin for this to be enlist.
Right.
True.
Like, I will also say, yeah, I've tried really hard to do like an inclusive thing.
It's all good.
A little like.
Because first of all, we scared of heights. We ain't finna.
Hey, I'm too tall for a fighter jet, man. Fuck Tom Cruise. Shit.
So was Anthony Edwards, and then we saw what happened.
The only thing about that movie was the Nick.
All right. Okay. Next one. In the Army Now, starring Pauly Shore, Andy Dick.
Man, hey, next. Man, fuck out of here. Anything Pauly Shore in, I don't believe.
They went in the Army after the Navy. No, sir.
Stop
it. Great. No problem. I assumed this would be an immediate dismiss. No problem.
It's sad because I've seen it like 10 times.
You see him in the Army then, now, later.
In the Army forever.
I remember the trailer for this movie when it came out, and like Pauly Shore shows up like in the barber chair, all Pauly Shored out, and then they shave his head and he just screams, and then that's the whole trailer. Wow. All right. Full Metal Jacket.
Oh man. See, so I was in the Marines, and I wish I had saw this movie before I enlisted. Cause ain't no way I would have went in. Like, this is real life boot camp in the Marine Corps. Real talk. That's like this is only thing that didn't happen was somebody didn't blow their head off. That's because they locked the weapons away. I'm pretty sure that shit would have happened in real life. But I'll say enlisted
until Powell kills himself, but then the rest of the movie you got to dismiss it.
Right, like it just it went off on a whole different turn. Like it turned into a different movie, man.
Yeah.
But I still fuck with Full Metal Jacket. Of course, I was not in the Marines, but I'm pretty sure that's how that shit is. Because I mean, our shit was like a speck of that. You know what I'm saying? And that's just getting cussed at it. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers putting their hands on you and shit like that. But we was in. I got it before it got real like soft. It's a little soft now. But yes, I know boot camp is just like the psychological shit that goes on in boot camp. That's real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
I grew up in a household where that shit wasn't nothing, so I was just laughing the whole time.
Right.
So I rarely tell the story, but I almost joined the military because a recruiter came up. Yeah, I know, right? I mean, can you imagine?
Which branch, Sarah?
I'm pretty sure it was the Air Force because the recruiter came up to me on campus at UNM, and I was just writing in my journal, like I was journaling, and I don't know.
Why do white people journal? Not kidding. Let me stop.
In between classes, and then he like got like I this is almost how I converted to Mormonism. Also, I was too nice to say no during the conversation and let it go very, very far. And like to the point where like the recruiter came to my work because I was like, oh, I don't know, I'm really busy. I work. And he's like, where do you work? And I was like, Dion's. And he's like, you think they'll give you a break at Dion's? And I was like, I'm sure if you showed up in uniform, they'd let me take a couple minutes. And then like they did. Wow. And then they were like, just sign up for the test. Just like take the test. And then like this screenshot was just like what played in my head as like my future. Even if I had shown up for the test, this is what I thought the test was going to be.
Oh, no.
But I could not say no to this dude. And so then like the day of the test, I called his cell phone number and I was like, I just don't think I can do it. I'm gay. And then I like hung up the phone. And like that was all it took.
Hey, back then that was the way to get out. Hey,
you lucky the Marine Corps recruiter didn't hear you. He would have scooped you right up.
Yeah. Come on. Yeah. All right, guys. Next one. Beetle Bailey.
Oh, you know what? Nah, this is my joint right here. This mine. Enlist. I used to read every Sunday in the Sunday paper. The Sunday paper that would be, it was the only ones that would be in color.
Yep.
Man, I would read this all the time. So I got to enlist on Beetle Bailey, man.
Yeah, that's real shit because I did the same thing. I used to get the whole, like, that was my section of the newspaper when my parents got the newspaper and shit. And that was like back when they had the little 3D illusions in the back of that bitch. Like you had to, unfocus your eyes and shit to see that shit. I was good as fuck at them hoes. And then I would cut them out and I would cut them out every Sunday and make a whole book of them bitches. And it's just like, just go to school with them hoes. Like, yeah, like I got all the illusions, nigga. Like,
he was the first person that could be openly high in the military. He was high the whole time, bro. Look at him. He high.
Oh, God. Oh, my God. Ain't no way you should be that big, bro.
All right. Rounding out. Enlisted dismissed. Major Payne.
Yeah. Enlist this right.
Enlist that.
That's classic right there.
You can't, enlist that all day, man.
That last montage where they finally have trained and then they do like when they're doing the ROTC thing and they do the thing where they drop the gun down their back and they let it roll and they catch it behind them. It's that makes me cry as hard as the end of Sister Act 2 makes me cry. And I was in show choir, so only one of them should have made me cry. But like.
Yeah, Sarah, you couldn't have made it in the military if that made you cry.
Like, see what they're doing with those fake guns? I love it. I just love it.
They'd have jumped your ass every night.
Oh my God. So stop goddamn crying. Fuck, keep having to do push-ups because you're stupid.
If I could be a 30-something woman in high school ROTC right now, I still would leave every day crying. I could not do it.
Sam, you a G, man. Fuck that. You a G for real.
Well, thank you. It means a lot. So anyway, that is Enlist or Dismissed, and I really appreciate y'all's weighing in on this. Are there any things that oh, I want us to chit chat about things just without the, okay. What are good portrayals that I didn't grab onto? Like what are ones I missed?
You know which one? Officer and the Gentleman.
Ooh, yes.
Yeah.
Hey, bro.
I'm trying to think of the other one. What is it called? It was one of the first like military movies I had saw before. It was with like Robert Townsend and oh God, what was that movie called?
Robert Townsend?
Yeah. It was about, you remember, look, I'm gonna take, this is how you know you got another brother on the show with you, because I'm gonna take it back. Remember the TV show The Heat of the Night, bro?
Yeah.
Remember Virgil?
Yeah, I remember that.
Hey,
I seen that whole song. I know that whole
top 5 songs of all time. But anyway,
hey, I try to tell people, but they don't listen to me. They'll listen to me.
Gibbs was the main guy in this movie. I'm mad I can't think of it right now. But that was another one. He was in the military. The main guy got killed, but he was a dickhead and nobody gave a fuck about it. But it was like an all-black cast. I can't think. I'll probably think of it after the show. Yeah, because
I'm like trying to. I feel like I can imagine Robert Townsend in a military uniform. Like, I see this in my head. So I don't know. I feel like I might have seen it, but it's just been so long. But
Scotty Max with this
he says my mom
6 degrees of Kevin Bacon stuff.
Of Richard Gere's character. Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah, that is
in dope. Officer and a Gentleman, obviously.
Right.
But
cool.
I can't really think of like some of the more recent movies have tried to get more accurate portrayals.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Of things that happen. It's just because it's so many, like the internet is so powerful that it's like you can't lie about shit.
Yeah.
Like it was so hard to get that information across that this is how it was. That's why I was like, the military has kind of like a stigma about it, where it's like, if you've never been in, I can tell you some shit and you kind of have to believe that shit regardless.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Because you heard that shit like that happen. You know what I'm saying? It's not that I lie about anything, but it's like, I know that if I needed to, I could. And it sucks, but it's like some people are out there really doing it.
Hey, Smitty, that's how I got my job. What you talking about?
Bro, hey.
All they saw was military, and I got to lying, and I got to been on my job 10 years off of one lie.
Okay, one quick second to do this little bit, and then I've got one more thing for y'all. Give me 1 second. Ready? Hey, I get to do this show because of the Box Performance Space and Improv Theater. They are so incredible. When real life events can happen, they are the place downtown to go and see them. When digital stuff is continuing on, they are still the place to go and see them. And the best way for you to find out what they're doing, and they have programming almost every single day of the week, is to go to their website, theboxabq.com. They have some of the best improv. From what I understand, the only improv in town that's happening digitally, and tomorrow night in particular is the One Night Stanleys, and on Saturday it is their house team, the show, performing. You can find out more information about all of that at theboxabq.com. It's also a great place to keep up with the show in the in-between times. But please go support them. I cannot wait for when things start opening back up again and we get a chance to go perform there, because it is so, so fun. Okay, last little bit. This is what I'm going to leave everybody else on. Thank you so much for watching the show tonight. I found this other thing on Twitter. Clearly, I spend too much time on Twitter, and I encouraged my manager to watch the show tonight, and now I'm a little bit regretting it. But here's something else I found today.
I'm so sorry.
No, not because of you guys, because every other segment I've had tonight has been like, Twitter is a buzz with these. Anyway, okay. So this Twitter account that is of a cat named Pancake found some old timey generator for like a Hannah Montana-y kind of like fake ID website that you could just put a picture up and type your name and you get your little Hannah Montana thing. So this cat named Pancake, her Hannah Montana name is
Yeah, this
that's already funny to me. I'm sorry.
Alabama.
Right. I mean, there's
Alabama.
Alabama.
I'm sorry, I just took that away from
Like
you.
it should be some bitch in there somewhere. I don't know.
So I gave myself,
Oh,
I ran myself through the same thing, and I think I am Savannah, Louisiana, which means I'm just going up to gentrify Louisiana, and I don't appreciate it. I don't like that this is what it generated for me.
Hey, you look real happy to be in Louisiana in that picture.
Yeah, I find it.
I can see you
Savannah, Louisiana.
I see you
Oh my God.
Hey, dog, a hurricane's coming.
Right.
The levees.
Oh no.
I just want to let y'all know at Savannah,
The levees.
hurricane's coming.
Yeah. So to thank you both for being on the show tonight, I did run you both through this
I was
exact
like,
same
please
generator.
tell me you did it. Please tell me you did it.
Both your own Rockstar ID.
Man, let me
We're gonna start. So Smitty, lucky for you, you are Simon, Rhode Island.
Hey, you would, Smitty, just by you going to Rhode Island, I know they percent of black people is low. They'll be at 50.9%
Oh God.
after you get there, bro.
Man, boy, hey, I'll take over I'll take over Rhode Island like a
We'll get to Connecticut.
It's real little.
It's probably like 2 comedians there for real. Like
right. We'll get to Connecticut and they be like, oh, he in
Alvin and Theodore.
right. Simon,
Great.
Rhode Island. That is hilarious.
All right, and I'll send these to you guys in a PDF if you'd like to print them off, no problem. All right, so sending us off tonight with our final little rockstar thing and our real send-off. And again, thank you both for being on the show tonight, and thank you all for watching the show tonight.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Coming in, here is Buck D's rockstar ID. He, for now and forever, will be introduced by me as Renata Nevada.
Hey, that sound like a chick I met on Fremont while you.
Man, hey, I'm trying to tell you.
There's
sound like the sedacious thing out there.
There's a chick in Renata named Renata Nevada right now looking for me on Fremont.
The way you started that sounded like a limerick, where it's like, "There's a chick in Nevada."
Right. And her name is Renata.
All right, well, thank you guys so much, and thank you to everybody for watching. Have a good night, and we'll see you guys in 2 weeks.
Yeah,
Thank you.
man. Take it easy.